Hey guys, JT here with a quick final thought on the Losi Tenacity Truggy. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can, but I probably want to still be about 5 minutes or so if I can keep it under there. But anyway, I've had some questions being asked about this truck, this platform, how it compares to the 10MT that I had a couple of years ago, and kind of just my thought and preference on it. So right off the bat, the truck does handle well. I do give it that. It does handle real good, and the ABC also helps it handle a lot better as well. One thing I like that Losi and Horizon are doing with these new DX2E radios is that they are including up here this low, medium, and high. You just kind of switch this. You guys can see that. Switch that kind of back and forth. So if you got this and you wanted to just get one battery, get a 3S, and you can just run it in low and medium until you get used to the speed. And then, of course, you can go to high with that. So I love that they're doing with these radios, these DX2E radios. And this has been a good radio they've had around for a long time. The only thing with these radios is they have no steering rate on here. They have the steering trim, but because they have the ABC, they don't have that on here. So that is something to think about when you purchase this product or get this radio separately. So with the truck in general, this thing handled really well. I didn't have any problems or anything like that. And I did run it several times. I did take it on a couple of small jumps and stuff like that. And it did crash a couple times, but nothing broke on it. But it does have one modification to it you guys can see up in there, a little bling, bling, bling. So the stock one just comes with plastic ones. They're not adjustable or anything like that. So that is all the way around the truck in the front and the rear. The body, of course, bodies always get, hemmed and messed up. But it's held up pretty well, especially just to running and flipping and stuff like that. As far as some of the internals go, I'm going to kind of go in depth right here. The servo is slow. It is slow. And it's not as strong as I thought it would be. Now, it does help for a ready-to-run car and stuff when you're getting this running out the box. But it is slow. I'm going to let you guys know it's not a super fast servo or anything like that. And it has the power, but when the car is down on the ground and you're just standing still and turning, and it doesn't really turn the tires and wheels completely. But once you run it or it starts to roll just a little bit, it turns fine. So just keep that in mind. The system, the brushless system. Now the ESC is a good ESC. This is the same ESC that's kind of been my Losi 8. And I run that in a couple other short course trucks that are larger. There's like 120, 130 amp ESC. But the problem is going to be the motor. Now there's a couple of things with this motor about this I want to talk about. The motor is a 550 size 3800 kV motor. But the motor gets hot. When you're running it on 2S, it gets hot. When you're running on 3S, it gets extremely hot. Even though Losi say when you run this on 3S to go ahead and gear down, they give you an optional, I think that's kind of funny, they give you an optional 12-2 pinion gear to gear down 2T from the 14 that comes installed. I think Losi is probably one of the few companies that actually wants you to gear down when you go 3S, where other companies say, hey, gear up and get 70, 80 miles per hour. So, but this motor, I had this in my 10MT. I had the same problem. This was in my SCBE, same problem. This motor just gets hot. I'm not sure what they need to do to this. They probably need to look at reconstructing this motor or putting some stronger magnets or something in, because they're including this in a lot of their platforms, and it does get hot. Now, it gets so hot that sometimes this will go to shutdown, a thermal shutdown. It happened once with me on 3S bashing off-road, just going at it. And it did shut down for a second, and it started right back up. So it wasn't shut down and stayed down. So, but I kind of knew what that issue was with that. Which brings up another thing as far as runtime. When you're running this truck on a 5,000 milliamp, whether it's a 2S or 3S, expect about 8 to 10 minutes of runtime. Yes, 8 to 10. Not sure if it's just the whole gear ratio thing going on. I mean, I know Losi gears, their car is pretty good, and they kind of gear them for good top speed and stuff. But expect about an 8 to 10, maybe 11-minute runtime. Just depends on how hard you're running. But if you're going all out, you're going to get about 8 to 10 minutes runtime on a 5,000 milliamp Lipo. And you see, guys, here, you're kind of limited. You can probably go up to about a 6,500. I'm not sure if an 8,000 will fit up in there. But if you get an 8,000 3S, this motor is probably going to be able to fry some eggs on it. So just so you guys know about that, that's about the runtime. And then of course, with the battery component, you guys know that you put the battery in underneath the chassis. And I wish Losi would just scratch that idea and scratch that thing in total, because to me, I don't like that. And that's just a personal preference. Some people may, but I don't. I don't mind taking my body off or even flipping it back to remove my battery and plug it in and back and forth. So I don't mind. I'm pretty sure people don't mind. I don't know how difficult it would be for them just to go ahead and make this so that there's two clips or something in here, or something you turn, this just pops up and this comes out. Because that just, I don't know, it makes it to me more toy girl, but like I said, that's just my preference on it. As far as modifications that I've seen on here that they've done, so what Losi has done is, you see this screw where this is kind of pointing to right there. See if we can get this to focus in. It's a little dirty. So before, and I'm going to turn this all the way around, you see how this goes actually all the way through it? On my 10MT, that was just a grub screw that actually screwed into the top of that. And if that wasn't Loctited down enough, or if it comes loose while you're driving, basically this comes loose and it ends up messing up your gears up in here, even though these are spiral cut diff gears. And that's happened to me twice. You guys can see that on some of my older videos of my 10MT. So they did go in and correct that, which is good. I don't know if everyone has noticed that, but they did go in and do some adjustments and stuff to that. So other than that, I mean, tires and wheels, the tires have helped this thing perform well. I like they did this blue aluminum color on here. Kind of reminds me of the 3XLE and stuff. So other than that, the car has been fine. Just those little things that I just don't like the battery tray thing is just to really just, but there's things, if you get this and you want to race it, you can probably still get away with racing this in the stock platform, but you're probably going to want to update the servo at some point. And I think you'll be okay with the ESC. You may want to go to a different motor, though, maybe the Castle motor or something, because this motor even feels a little bit cheaper than most of the 4-pole motors out there. And it's just probably because of what they use for the casing on the outside of it. But that's, like I said, that's a big thing. And I'm kind of curious if I put a different motor in here. I may try that at some point to see what kind of runtime and stuff I get with this. But guys, that's going to be my thoughts on this. The platform is good. It's $399 at the time of this video. Is it worth it? I think it is. I mean, $399, you're getting a brushless ready to run either Truggy, you got a monster truck, and they got a buggy, and they got a short course truck. So, and they're all perform probably a little bit different, but I'm all curious about how the buggy's going to perform as well. They'll have short course tires and wheels on there. So it'll probably be in the same, the performance department. With that, it'll probably turn a little bit better because it doesn't have to turn these big meats back and forth. But this platform is good. I think they need to do some updates to it, me personally. A lot of people, when they start paying $300-400, they kind of want to see some aluminum on their car and not just in drive shafts and dog bones. They want to see like an aluminum chassis and stuff. And coming from Losi, I think that a lot of people's expectations is for them to have, you know, something like that. So this construction, as far as the gears are concerned, the gearbox stuff is kind of based off the Losi 8 platform, although it's, of course, the gear ratio stuff is smaller. But that's just kind of things to keep in mind with that. The runtime, this battery tray, and then the motor overheating. Of course, the servo. Servo is not going to kill you. But I think that this motor overheating is going to raise some flags for some people as they're running it. But a lot of people have run it and they've got it hot. I've got mine up, I said before, up to about 300 degrees. I remember that. And I still just ran it. It wasn't this, and it was a 10MT. And it was fine. I don't recommend that. I don't say you should do that, but I'm just saying I just did it because I wanted to see if the motor was going to pop or explode. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on this. I knew this was going to go longer than 5 minutes, but I was trying to keep it there. So I'll probably have a couple more videos up with this and this running with other cars and stuff like that, but wanted to kind of get this out and show this to you guys. So as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.